I'm Krista Wax. You are listening to MSP Sound on KFAI, and I have Smellkin Ernesto via Zoom. Hey,
Hello, I'm here.
you're here. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I think as good as anyone can get right now.
Exactly. I know. That's
Yes.
same. Same Z's. Well,
The weather is uplifting me though.
for sure. I, I can't believe how beautiful it is and how much something so simple like sunshine can make a person so
I
happy.
know. Truly. I still take vitamin D too, but I mean it ain't the same.
No, not the same. Uh,
Yeah.
I do the vitamin D too. We need it.
Yes.
Just need a IV of it.
Oh god.
But aside from talking about vitamin D, have you here because you have some new music.
I do. Yes, after a long break, two singles coming up soon. Well, one already today now as we record, but
Right. Well, yeah, let's talk about so you have the single that came out March 1st.
mhm.
And then another one coming out the 15th.
Yes, correct. Another Monday.
And you know what? You know what makes Monday a little bit better? Some new
New music.
music. New
I
music.
think it is like I feel like it's a lot in the before times when, we were all gigging and living our lives and stuff like that. Usually like you don't I don't know, I feel like you didn't have as much traction like posting at the beginning of the week. So that's like I kind of like that as well too. That you can kind of more lazily just like I can just drop these out in the world on a Monday and then just see how it kind of percolates over the week. But like people are just working from home a lot more and stuff too, which makes that kind of nice as well.
Oh, for sure. Well, let's
Oh,
talk about these tracks. Did you record them or did you record them right where you're sitting right now?
pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, that is funny on video here. This is where I live and die by pretty much right here. Yeah, it's kind of funny. So the song I released today, Solo Dimelo, um, I think I wrote that like three and a half years ago. It's just kind of like sat on the back burner for a long time. There's probably been like three different versions of it, and then but I still knew it was like that there's something solid to be mined from this. And yeah, it probably wasn't until like 6 months ago or so that it finally kind of took its final form, and then I actually did the work and finished it as well too. So yeah, this one's been sitting for a long time.
Hmm.
I've listened to this song so many times, Krista. Because I do record and produce and mix and master all my stuff. So I have heard this song a million times at this point. But it's so fun and kind of a relief too. Get it out in the world finally. Move on.
Absolutely. I love the new track. I think it's
Thank you.
super fun. I love your sound. I love Cambios, your previous
Mm,
album and everything.
thank you.
I probably listened to that a million times.
Yeah.
Like your
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. So hearing new music from you is just fun. And on a Monday and during a pandemic, I mean, I can
Yes.
go on and on. Thank you for putting
Yep.
out new music during this time.
Of course.
And so you have a second single coming out.
I do. So the second single coming out is going to be on March 15th. And I have self-released this time around as well too. This next one is a lot newer. I think it was around the time that I decided to finish today's single Solo Dimelo that I knew that I wanted to try and start something from the ground up to release around the same time too. And then this song just popped in kind of as most of the things that I end up finishing do very quickly, and I was just lucky to be here to capture the idea. Um So yeah, that one is probably only about 6, 7 months old or so since I've been working on it. It's called How Much Longer, and lot more topical and political than I've done in the past, but I've had a lot of time to reflect on things, Krista.
It's
And
it's
be
been
alone with my thoughts and like all that fun stuff. So yeah, it's that's kind of one that came out of that feeling I think we all know by now.
definitely this pandemic. I've had way too much time to think about everything, and then there's a lot that's been happening
Yeah.
on top of it. So it's not just let's not get a virus. It's we're being hit with a million things. So
Oh
and
yeah.
trying to sort out our own ish during this time. It's just what I'm.
Right?
That's what I'm hung up on.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, what inspired you to put out music now? Like, is
Uh,
a long break, or like kind of what has happened? What's been going on with you since Cambios came out?
I mean, we were, I think that was 2019. That's crazy to think. But I mean, like last year I was still, around this time. I think I don't remember when my last gig was exactly, but it was close to when everything started to close down. And I think my intention at that time too, I was really looking to move on to that dude because I knew that I was hoping to have something, at least by a year and a half after that release to come out, but then everything changed, of course. Um, so with everything kind of changing like that and being at home so much more, I think I really made a conscious decision to try and slow down. Um, with Cambios, like I remember I gave myself kind of internal hard deadlines. Just as a challenge. In a few different ways, but and that does help sometimes, but I really now just wanted to take a much slower and more intentioned approach as well too, with upcoming stuff. um and also, yeah, I mean, I think the itch was just really there as well too, because I was sitting on that old song that I knew I got to get that out. And there's just a real big itch to kind of move on sonically as well too. I was actually just working on something right before the Zoom here. I've been working on a lot of new stuff lately, actually. It was really hard in the beginning of the pandemic for me to. I was in a big like writers and creative rut, I think, like a lot of folks were. I don't know. It just I couldn't find myself enjoying the work as much, but I don't know what changed. It's like this last month or so. I think maybe finally like finishing those songs for good because I've had the final masters now for like 2 months at this point. You know how that kind of works with the rollout and stuff of new music. Um, so getting done with that, I don't know, something in the air or the water, and then just finishing that to kind of really kickstarted me, and I've had a really nice kind of creative and writing outburst. So I'm very excited for these releases. That's what I should be repping the most right now. Don't get me wrong, they're great, but I'm excited because I think there's I got a lot of new stuff cooking around, and I'm excited to really I'm hoping that you can really notice a night and day difference for future upcoming releases as well too in the work, especially in the production realm. I've kind of hovered in the lo-fi area, but I think I think I might sell out a bit, go a little hi-fi with newer stuff coming out, and a little of this is kind of, I feel like, an in between maybe as well too, with the two new releases right now. So I'm keeping myself busy.
Well, that's good. And I love to hear that there's more new music that's coming along the way.
Yeah, I know. I'm usually it's more like yeah, like at some point there'll be something. Like hopefully we'll be playing a show and hopefully our set is long enough. No.
I'm sure it will be. Or I'm just ready for post pandemic, which I'm sure everybody is, but
Mm.
just hopefully some big, long, month long music festival, right? Like everyone plays
Oh God, I know. That'd be the
nonstop.
best.
So yeah, you're in. You play, please. Please
Yeah,
perform.
I would love to. Yeah.
Right? Oh wow. So where can people find your singles? Are they streaming, Bandcamp?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that today. I was like, I forgot Bandcamp. So I'm gonna probably go on the computer at some point this week. Maybe I'll just wait till the second one comes out now to put them both on Bandcamp. Because I feel like when I'm like buying music from my peers in the scene here, I do still like prefer to go to Bandcamp. But if you want to just like, hit me on mute and put me on repeat on Spotify, help me put a few bucks in my pocket. Yeah, both of these singles are going to be on both all digital distributing platforms, so Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal. Is Google, does Google even still have a store anymore? I don't think they do.
They don't. It's YouTube
Yeah.
music now.
Ah, yes, yes. So all that stuff, it'll be out there. Um, yeah, just look. I mean, pretty much. Probably talked about this the last time we spoke, but I have the privilege of having like a very unique handle that I don't see any reason why anyone else would copy it. So you can pretty much find, my website or any social media handle or search me by Smellkin Ernesto. And that's like the word smell and the word kin and then Ernesto.
Very nice. He has a very unique name that yes, very easy to find on social
Yeah,
media.
yeah.
I don't know about real life.
It's been great for like emails and websites and all that stuff. No one's got any claim on that domain.
That's good. You're
Yes.
also so something else is coming up for you in March. Like this is a big month for you.
This is, yeah, I know, kind of out of the blue. Yes, I would love to talk about that. So actually this Thursday, March 4th is when my episode for a new video series called Voices in the Back will premiere. And this is actually something I have helped volunteer on as well for stuff like the behind the scenes and some of the actual production work and stuff to it. Um so that's really cool. That's been put on by the Minnesota Musician Coalition. I know for the actual videos themselves, we had a bunch more. I think like The Current and like Indeed Brewing, some other arts organizations. Boy, I feel bad because those are the only two I can remember off the top of my head. But in the MMC, of course, itself, nonprofit. Oh, Hook and Ladder Theater, and that's where these episodes were shot. So basically, these are video. It's a video series that's highlighting and elevating BIPOC musicians in the Twin Cities scene here. So you get a live performance video on the Hook and Ladder stage from like for like 2 to 3 songs, and then we all do an interview segment as well discussing the scene, um, and then basically just talking about race and identity within the music scene and stuff like that here. Really extremely talented lineup for that. The first episode was last Thursday with Carnage the Executioner. We have Taylor Seberg coming up. I believe Chris Parker is one of the artists on this as well. And then I think they're kind of doing, I think this is kind of considered like a season one, because I know that there are other artists that I don't believe I can reveal at this time.
Ooh,
But the
ooh,
last episode of this season, and that I got to shoot with as well too, was Sophia Eris as well is on the series too. So
very
and then there's gonna be, yeah, like I said, I think there'll be like a season 2 or something. But you should really go check that out. That's a cool thing that's gonna be recurring here. It's a Voices in the Back, or VITB. You can kind of search that on all socials and stuff like that. You should be able to find it right away. And yeah, I know that there's gonna be more stuff coming out of that, not entirely music related too. I know that we're looking to kind of just create a multimedia platform as well. Maybe move into, not just music, but different art mediums and stuff like that. And I believe there's the podcast for just archiving the shows essentially, so you can just listen to it the audio form. And you can find that already on Spotify. They have like an Anchor, distributing setup as well for all the podcast apps. Any major podcast app, you'll be able to find Voices in the Back. But I think we're also going to do just like a separate podcast as well too, just to talk about. I mean, whatever. I mean, with uplifting BIPOC voices and stuff like that. Talking. I mean, boy, the Chauvin trial's coming up, so there'll be plenty of interesting stuff to talk about and distress and despair about, uh,
Come
but
together.
also uplifting, optimistic things to people from the community. So yeah, it's really exciting. I hope it continues to do well and takes off from here.
That sounds so cool. So you're
Yeah,
also okay, so Voices from the Back, you can find just the audio version on podcast wherever you're listening,
yeah,
but
and it's
if
Voices in the Back,
Voices in the Back. So
VITE.
sorry.
Yes, that's okay.
Voices in the Back. Got it. Noted. Uh steering ahead and like Voices in the Back. So audio on podcast. If people
Hmm.
want to watch the video, is that something that
Yeah,
people are
on
able to access easily, or is this
Yeah, I
Facebook
believe
and Ladder?
they have a YouTube channel
Okay.
that should just be Voices in the Back at this point, as their own landing page. I'm sure if you look that up, you'd be able to find it right away. Voices in the Back, like parentheses VITB, would probably pull it up right away as well.
Okay.
Yep, as of right now, primarily just like a video service online.
Okay. Well, that's cool. I really like that. And you said not only will you be featured
Hmm.
on this week, so by the time this airs, this will have already yours premiered. So people can go back and
Right.
find it and listen to the
Hmm.
previous ones and keep tabs on the new ones. How did you said you're also involved with it too. How did you get involved?
Just through mutuals, I heard about it, and I mean, I've been an MMC member. I think I need to like renew my membership actually, but I've been involved with them and know folks involved with them, and I heard that they were looking for help. And yeah, this was, months ago. I think it was like in the summer or something that I reached out. It seemed like a really good thing for me to get involved with too, because I couldn't focus on creating any music or anything like that at that point too. I was like, well, I mean, it would be nice to work on some audio stuff as well too, because I've got that background. So yeah, that's how I got involved. So I think I'm gonna have pretty heavy participation within the podcast. If you think you'd be a really interesting guest to talk about something cool in the BIPOC community, feel free to reach out to me. We could probably maybe arrange something, but um yeah, I mean, like if you hear there's like just some background, just like stock music and stuff, I help put together for that. There's a few other volunteers that are helping out with other things like the social media management and stuff like that too. There's a little squad of us. We're all on the Slack together.
I like it. That's so cool. I can't wait to
Yeah.
Google that. Voices.
Yeah.
in-
Yeah, I'm really proud to be a part of that. It's exciting.
Yeah, and what a great way, like, yeah, like you said, you were a little creatively blocked. And I mean, what a great project to jump into and help out
Yeah.
amplifying voices, BIPOC voices. That's
Right on.
very cool. Very cool. Smellkin!
Yeah.
How awesome. Great. Some brand new music. I know you're just releasing these two tracks, but
Mm-hmm.
I hate asking, but I have to, but like, when can we expect the rest? Of
I have no idea,
Okay.
honestly. I don't. I would love sooner rather than later. I don't know. I'm gonna kind of see how these releases go, and I might, if we're still gonna be inside for a little while, for some time still. I mean, which is likely. I mean, it's never gonna be completely normal again, but yeah, I just want to see how these releases go because maybe I might just start doing more singles and stuff. I don't know. I feel like I want to try and change something up here or try. I'm looking for better quality, but like I do feel like I want to output quite a bit more than I ever have as well too. So I'm not giving any dates or any
Okay.
guesstimates, but
No
we'll see.
commitments.
Definitely
Okay.
within this next year, absolutely. I would hope for a few releases.
Okay. I'll take them. I'll take them. I mean,
Sure.
yes, I
Yeah.
get if the new ones to, rock out too. So I
Yeah.
no complaints there. But,
Thank you.
I just want to know when can we get more?
Yeah.
I'm
I know. I would love to tell people, but I don't make the rules.
no worries. I have to ask. That's
Yes.
it's in me. I have to. You're here. We're kind of face to face in Zoom, so I have to ask the questions.
Yes.
Smellkin Ernesto, awesome. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Check out the brand new singles. One is out now, a new one coming out March 15th on all the streaming. After March 15th, check out Bandcamp and look for Voices in the Back.
Yes.
I got it. I got it this time.
You got it.
I got it. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you. It's so great to see you.
So good to see you again too.